Hi, it's Gib. You know me, Gib. Tied to a tree, left behind. They're around here somewhere, down the path, probably getting up to some pretty gross nonsense. So, if you're a hatchling, avert your eyes and your ears. Put them elsewhere. If you have questions about that, you know where to look for the answers. Yeah. Yep. Don't look at me. I'm tied to a tree.
Well, everybody, welcome on back to Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, a wider world. My name is M, and I'm playing Haribo Tamagotchi, the artificer, changeling artificer of the group, deals in both nicks and knacks. Yes, question of the day is a challenge that our character dreads, or a topic, I guess, of the day is a challenge that our character dreads. I think the challenge that Haribo dreads the most, I don't know, like his whole goal, while he's not like pushing for it in his like hour-to-hour life, or even something that we've seen, is to go home, right? Like he wants to go back to the space station and back to his job, back to his life. He thinks he does anyway, right now, I think. But I think the challenge is like, what happens when he figures out how to do that? Does he just leave because he's like grown a lot closer with Minerva? I don't know that it's totally on his plate yet because we've only been together for a couple days, but he's like growing to be friends with everyone here, you know, like slow and baby steps, but he's not really made a ton of connections until this town of Dekram in this place. So now the challenge he's dreading is he going like, should I stay or should I go now? Yeah, should I stay or should I go then?
If I stay, there could be trouble. If I go, there may be double.
It depends on, yeah, there might be double.
So you gotta let me know.
And speaking of trouble, make it double. My name is Jennings, and I'm playing Sparkleoneous, the gelatinous bard. So Sparkleoneous, I think the challenge that he dreads the most, the challenge that he fears may one day come, he desperately does not want to be betrayed. He's a trusting, sweet little boy, and he just doesn't know what he'll do. He doesn't have any recourse for being betrayed.
But he knows of betrayal and is terrified of it.
He knows of people that have told him about times that they've been betrayed, and he tries desperately to put himself in their shoes, and they say, "Sparkleoneous, please get out of my shoes." But then he tries to empathize with them, and he just
need those shoes.
Out. He doesn't know what to do. He just would be flabbergasted, I think.
Hey, I'm still in these shoes. Can you stop?
So yeah, I think that's what Sparkleoneous fears the most: personal betrayal.
Good answer so far. All right.
Challenge.
Hi, my name is Gabe Stringer, and I play Margery Ridgeback, a cleric but also a necromancer. And I was thinking about it. This was a toughie. I've been pondering it today. And I think Margery's challenge that she dreads, but she wouldn't run from, is that like either her god Velsharoon or her mentor Zogmoth is gonna ask something of her that she is they're gonna ask like a big, like a sacrifice from her. Maybe Scarf, who knows, could be Scarf. She's still gonna do it because, she loves, she worships her god, but she dreads the sacrifice that probably will come from Velsharoon.
Oh,
so far this feels like
interesting. Yeah.
They're all pretty like close to the chest here, which I'm liking. This feels like a set of intros that we can pull from at some point for like flashback foreshadowing.
If the episode ever starts with, so Sparkleoneous, remember how you didn't want to be personally betrayed? I'm just gonna quit that episode. I'm just gonna leave.
It's never gonna start with that though. I'm gonna betray you. The episode's gonna start with the clip of you saying Sparkleoneous is afraid of personal betrayal, and then we'll get right to it.
That's true. It'll be a flashback.
I am Michael. I'm playing Thaddeus, the mountain dwarven fighter, and of his ilk, Thaddeus's greatest fear is to be in a situation where he's not connected to the earth. So he doesn't like flying, although he's never flown. He's not a big fan of swimming, and he can only imagine that any situations like a deep fog or being caught in a muddy bog where he can't connect his feet to the ground would stress him out intensely. He wouldn't turn back, but he would be deeply, deeply stressed out with it.
Which event stresses him out the most? That'd be flying?
Well, so far he doesn't care for water because he's been in water. He has not flown or been in fog or been in a mud bog, but he can tell you he does
No fogs,
not
no
care
bogs.
for swimming. Yeah. No fogging, no bogging.
My big bugaboos.
Like, are there tales of bogs in the where he works? Do people
as
speak
it
of
was
bogs?
growing up, there are all kinds of stories about things where you lose your contact with the earth to scare small children that he heard growing up. Unfortunately, he has not experienced any of those.
You have to watch out, young Thaddeus. You have to keep your head right on the ground or you'll walk off a cliff and never come back down. You walk right into the sky. That's what happens to dwarves who think tall thoughts.
Green eggs and sky death.
They're all serving the cloud giants.
Oh, yeah, dwarves don't want to serve cloud giants.
No, it all ties back together. I can make a D&D fantasy tie back. Hey everyone, it's me. It's Gabe, the Dungeon Master. I make everything else happen. If they're not making it happen, you can generally think it's me.
What do you dread, Gabriel?
Yeah,
What
tell us
do
what
I
you
dread?
the most.
No, I'm not going to because I'm a real person and not an imaginary character. So, my dreads have like actual gravity
What
and
about
weight.
Koryak or
What about like a harmless
Gib?
phobia, or like a like?
I don't have any harmless phobias anymore. They're all harmful.
They all
I've
harm
dealt with all the
me.
harmless ones.
I don't know, like a bug in your shoe, or.
Here's a fun story, bug in my shoe, as far as that phobia goes. The time that I dealt with creepy crawlies in places I didn't want them, I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I was trying to pack up a show at a desert resort that was pretty open to the elements. And I was trying to put away my soundboard, and I go to open up my case for the soundboard, and it turns out that while I had been running the show, a centipede about 10 inches long had decided that the case for my thing was the spot to hunker down and hide out and wait for prey or whatever. And what it found instead was my hands. So that was exciting. It didn't get me. It just spooked me real good. I was grateful that day that I was working alone.
When you said Arizona, I thought you were gonna say scorpion. So
New Mexico, but yes, the same territory, same angry vegetables.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, oh no. Did you give him a vest?
I love that he has a vest. How did you give him the vest? Did
It's
you
like a
just
high-necked vest.
color that on the
Ooh.
picture and then
MS
repost the
Paint.
picture? MS Paint, yeah, it does look like MS Paint. It's funny as fuck, dude. Can you
Dave, is
also
that
MS
black
Paint
coffee?
a pot in there?
No. Sure
Or
can.
pebbles for eyes?
You can't really see it. I can do the pebbles probably.
Pebbles for eyes is awesome.
Unlistenable content aside, let's talk about player goals really quick. Everybody make their favorite 2d10 dice roll and get those out the way, and then I'll do our recap.
I got a 7 and a 2.
Margery, build something.
Oh, all right. Cool.
I got a 6 and a 1.
Get a tattoo.
Fantasy tattoo.
Okay. Not
Five
give a
and
tattoo,
two.
right?
I heard 5 and 2.
Give a tattoo. Gibb's gonna get a tattoo.
Can the thing I build be a friendship with Gib?
No, must have mass. You try to figure that one out. All right. 5 and 2, flirt with an NPC of a different race.
Easy clap.
Hi.
Anybody. Hey, Gib, how's it going?
The only one. I ship it.
Never have I been more glad to have been left behind.
Barson.
10 and
No.
7.
Barson's like my uncle. No way.
All right, what we got?
10 and 7.
Get arrested
All right.
as the cop.
Yeah.
All
right.
Citizens arrest.
I'm just loving the idea that the next thing that happens after Sparkleoneous coming out of this box is a citizen's arrest of Thaddeus.
Arrest this man.
Oh yeah, we ended on
Quick
this
distraction.
terrible plan. Oh no.
Yeah, so now let's talk about what where we last left off, because it's been a couple weeks now. A couple weeks ago, we decided that the best way to assault the kobold stronghold beneath the waterfall was for Tamagotchi to disguise himself as a kobold with his shape-changing abilities and carry a box containing Sparkleoneous and both of their possessions, all of their inventory, out into the kobolds as loot.
I've actually realized that my belt holds all of my inventory anyway, so that is just the thing strapped around my chest. Like, everything's in my belt anyway. So
no.
So in the box was just Sparkleoneous.
Yep.
And
Sparkleoneous
a
stuff.
pot.
Yes.
And 2 pedals.
In fact,
No, those are
Tamagotchi, you know, it's too late now, but Tamagotchi could have just been carrying a pot. Anyways, this seemed suspicious, and the kobolds were suspicious, and they were even more suspicious when Sparkleoneous emerged from his crate, and I believe cast the spell Sleep on them, and due to some injudicious math on my part, put to sleep 2 more of them than the math actually mathed.
Aha!
So, 8 kobolds fall asleep, which, if the math remembers, leaves 6 of them. 6 of them remain, including the green one. The green one is there for sure. I also, in the Legend Keeper now, have a terrible map for you guys.
It's
That's
like it's like Dora the Explorer. I'm the map theme, but it's terrible map.
It's the only kind of map that I can draw, so I'm going to keep drawing them. So Tamagotchi and Sparkleoneous are standing on the bank of the creek, surrounded by unconscious kobolds. The green one is surrounded by some stones in a circle that come up out of the ground. I'm going to drop the rest of them at random. There, 6. Kobold. And then Margery and Thaddeus are hidden behind some trees on a side of this bank. We're going to put you guys...
So Sparkleoneous and I are backed up to the river. We're on the bank. We've got a couple kobolds. Off in between us and where Margery and Thaddeus are hidden is the green kobold. So we made it past him on our initial pass by. That's good. And another kobold. Across the river there is 2 more kobolds, which look like they have pretty good locations for shooting us. Okay, cool.
Yes, and you can imagine that a lot of this blank space between all of these kobolds is carpeted with unconscious kobolds. There are 8 more of them that aren't on this map because it would just be covered in my poorly drawn K annotations.
They are just asleep, so we should do our best to keep them asleep.
I would say all of the terrain is difficult terrain unless you want to start stepping on them. And we haven't rolled initiative.
My initiative is 5.
My initiative's 21.
Get in front of me! Get in front of me!
My initiative is 24.
Say it flirtatiously.
Get in front of me.
I rolled a 16. I don't know if there's more. I add more numbers.
Plus your dexterity modifier,
Okay.
plus 3 to initiative. Thaddeus, did you say 24?
Yes, 24. I rolled a 19
Wow.
pluses, so.
Yeah, 20. Good gracious.
And Margery has a 19. Good rolls all over. It begins with Thaddeus in the bushes. A bunch of kobolds all fall asleep. The 8 closest to Tamagotchi and Sparkleoneous, leaving the ones currently marked on the map.
Okay. And I know you said it's rough terrain. So the one that's closest to me, from my perspective, to the left of the green one, can I reach that one with reduced movement?
Yes.
Then I'm going to reach out and say hello with my weaponness.
I'm gonna say do that with advantage because you're hiding behind these shrubberies, and it's very distracting on the other side of him.
I am now an attack shrubbery. Then I am going to roll. And those were both dreadful. But that is a 13 to hit.
I do believe that hits.
Ooh, excellent.
Bodes well.
Yeah.
That is 6 points of damage.
Make another stealth check. I'd say with disadvantage because you're heavily armored, but you're about to one tap this gentleman, and I want to see if you can make that go unnoticed.
Swoop in and
Okay.
then back up.
He's
That's awesome.
just like crush. A hammer emerges from atop the bush and just crushes the head right into the kobold.
like a Looney Tunes.
But can we
did you
do
hear
it
that?
quietly?
At disadvantage,
No, I didn't hear a squelch.
it's a 10.
A 10.
I
At
may have
gonna-
heard that
advantage-
squelch.
I'm gonna roll
at
against
advantage,
that.
That would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't. It's a stealth. I can't give that to you. I'd love to.
No.
Wow,
Or
a tie.
That goes to the who?
In this case, I'm going to say it goes to the heroes because, again, distracting stuff happening over there. Haribo, what is your dexterity modifier?
+1.
Okay, the kobolds go first.
Shit.
Okay, so there's two kobolds that are right up on you, and they're going to get right up on you. I think, yes, the two that are in melee are going to attack Tamagotchi, and the two in range are going to throw javelins at Sparkleoneous.
Can I hide behind
About
Tamagotchi?
dead.
Isn't there some kind of reaction I can take? I haven't played 5e.
You do have an action, yeah. You can take the dodge action, but I think that's on your turn.
Yeah, it is on your turn.
Well, maybe next turn then.
Okay.
I mean, you knocked out a bunch of them. Your KO rate is pretty high so far. Even if you fall
Okay.
here, like you took down 8 with you. That's pretty good.
But I don't want to fall here.
I don't want
I've got lots of shows to play still.
The two attacking Tamagotchi roll a 13 and a 21.
Yeah, definitely that second one hits. Definitely. That first one does not, though.
Only the first one hits. Weird.
Sparkleoneous got an 11 and a crit.
Well, sure wish I could have dodged that
I'll
one.
miss you.
Oh, miss me too.
Okay. Tamagotchi take a d4 of damage, and Sparkleoneous take 2d4.
Ooh, do they have any
Add
pluses? Oh my god.
plus 2.
Good lord. 6 points of damage.
Oh.
Ouchie wawa. That's over
Also
a third
6
of my
points
health.
of damage. Thank
my God.
goodness.
Two very different reactions to that.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to die.
But now you value your life all the more.
Just so that we're aware, the kobolds do have pack tactics, and I hadn't factored that in, and I am going to now. Next up in the order, Tamagotchi, followed by Margery. Margery, you are up next.
The way this has been rearranged, how many of them, like if we're playing Connect Four styles, are in a line? Even if I have to move around the group a little bit to make this line the best line, you know what I mean? Does that question make
How good
sense?
of a line can I get?
How good of a line can I get?
How long of a line can you make?
30 feet.
You'll proc an opportunity attack, but if you, let's see, if we move you over here, you can probably get these two and the green guy in the stones in a 30-foot line.
That is fine for
If
me.
you sort of flank these two,
So I'd probably take an opportunity attack from the one in the middle.
yes.
Okay, that I will accept an opportunity attack and try to use a spell on these guys. So first I'm gonna take that opportunity attack though.
21,
Sure.
so another d4 plus 2.
I love that. Okay, another 6 damage. I'm almost dead in this fight, everyone. I'm going to get into the position that I just said I was going to get into, and then use Tasha's Caustic Brew. I need dexterity saving throws from all 3 of them. Not the most ideal.
Is Tasha's caustic brew?
I tap my belt, and a stream of green acid spews forth and down this line, reaching to the green one. I don't know if he gets covered in it, but it reaches to him.
I've got a failure on the first one, the closest one to you, and then successes after that.
Well, The first one will take damage on its turn.
Heard. Margery, you are up.
Sorry, I was just disturbed. I was thinking about what it must look like from a distance to see Tamagotchi spray green liquid from his belt.
You know, for those familiar with My Hero Academia, I am now sort of imagining any of Tamagotchi's spells sort of like the guy who has a belly button laser beam.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's too late. I've poisoned their minds.
It's true. It's true.
Cautious,
It comes out of his belly.
Okay.
Anywho, so Margery's in a bush and sees that happen.
How
I'm gonna
far away
die.
am I in this bush?
You are next to Thaddeus in the bush, so that puts you maybe 10 feet or so from the green kobold with the shield in the standing stones there.
I'm too far away to get to Tamagotchi to heal him, it sounds like.
If you were to try and get to
He's gonna die.
Tamagotchi, you would take 2 opportunity attacks. 2 different guys would have a chance to swing at you on your way by.
Tamagotchi will figure it out on his turn. Appreciate
Then I'm sorry, I tried.
No.
I'm gonna use the bell spell. I can't look at it, but that one, the toll of death, tolling dead against the.
They have to
green
make
guy,
a
the
Constitution
shield.
saving throw, if I remember correctly. Wisdom saving throw. Well, nice.
Oh yeah, kobold's pretty dumb.
Wisdom is actually an even better save for them to make than Constitution. They have a -2 for their Wisdom.
Ah.
That's a 14.
What does it say that?
Yes,
you have
hers
to
is
beat?
13.
All right, he succeeds.
Beans. Green.
Good try. You manifest purple dust in the air around one of these lizards, and he just sort of bats it out of the air. Just oof.
No,
Get away from me! No,
none of that.
What does he think it is?
I don't. But flies maybe? Tough to say.
Fart.
Fart.
Oh. Wild fart.
Wild fart.
Wild fart's my favorite wild magic spell.
Okay, the green one's turn. The green guy is going to stay inside of his circle of stones, and then Sparkleoneous. Sparkleoneous, it is your turn.
I have no kobolds within opportunity attack range of me. Is that correct?
You have 1 kobold.
Still the one. Okay.
He's coated in goo, though. On his turn, he's going to take some damage. And if my d4 keeps rolling high, maybe he'll take a lot of damage.
So the first thing that's going to happen is Sparkleoneous is going to play a jaunty tune on his horn, which is now back inside of him, to give Tamagotchi Bardic Inspiration. Do-do-do-do-do. Bardic Inspiration. And then Sparkleoneous is going to wave goodbye to Tamagotchi. I'll see you on the other side. And then, how deep's that creek behind me?
Let's call it 5 feet, 4 or 5 feet deep.
That's not very
Chest height.
I might
It's probably deeper near the waterfall, but yeah, it's not very deep.
One moment, please. What's the dodge action?
The dodge action is it grants disadvantage to hit you, I believe.
We can all look together.
I do believe that that's true. Having used Bardic Inspiration, does that use your action?
Bonus.
Bonus action.
So yeah, Sparkleoneous is going to continue waving goodbye, and then he's going to take the dodge action into the creek.
I like that. You are pretty creek colored.
And I can hold my breath for 1 hour, so I'm going to lie down in the creek.
All right.
So I assume then the opportunity attack will have disadvantage, because I am entirely focusing on dodging attacks.
Yeah. Here's an opportunity attack with disadvantage. That's a 9. So
All right.
yeah, they take a swing at you, but you've already shrunk down. You're way too short now, and oh nope, he's in the water and he's gone.
He's in the water, and he is the water.
Now it's just water. I know he just went in there. This is pretty spooky. Spooky times for the kobolds.
The one covered in goo is
Sparkleoneous.
going to take 7 points of damage.
The one covered in goo just dies, and it's pretty awful because it is an acid. It's a full acid death.
That's a melt. That's a
Um,
melting kobold right there.
That's a melting kobold right there.
Blub, blub, blub.
Then, if that's happened, then it is back to Thaddeus's turn.
Can I reach the green one in the circle of stones.
You will have to emerge from behind your shrubbery.
I will emerge from the shrubbery to take on the green one.
Triumphantly.
All right. So I am going to swing at the green one. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Yay.
All right.
Hurt this man.
That is 11 points.
Yeah.
That is a sizable. That's a sizable hit. You bring your hammer in, and it caves in one of this kobold's like shoulder pauldron type things. Yes, convex to concave.
Excellent.
Ouch.
That piece of armor is part of him, and not in a way that he would like. But he's not down. He takes a step back away from you, both from taking that blow and also sort of respecting a challenger. And he steps to the edge of the circle of stones, almost like come into the octagon and fight me on my hill type behavior. And then it is...
Actually, I have a second action. Because now
you have a
that I'm
second action already? Damn.
At second level, I get the ability to surge beyond my normal limits. And I can take
This man.
Okay. This is, Grace, so that you know, this is burning a limited resource. As the fighter levels up, they get an extra attack on their action, which can sort of be seen as a second action, but all the way from second level going forward, they have a once per day extra full action they can use.
Okay.
I figure this is a good time to use that.
Yeah, one tap
That
in 2 turns.
That is a 20 not natural to hit. Oh, no, sorry, 22 to hit.
Dang. Yeah.
You're 20 screwed.
You step right into the octagon.
All right. I will roll my backup D10 for
You don't
another
know,
9 points
but
of damage.
we're really good at pit traps.
Yeah.
Another 9 points of damage.
Well, he was a green guy.
No, he's a green corpse.
Now he is an assortment of colors. That is certainly true.
He's goo.
I'm goo.
So he takes your first hit and he sort of backs up against one of the stones and he's like, "Come fight me in my space." And you rise to that challenge immediately. You come in with both hands swinging with this warhammer, and he's ready for you. Like, he did issue this challenge. He meets your hammer swing. I'm sort of imagining you're coming up underhanded, swinging through, and he meets your swing on his shield, and you feel something behind the shield give. And he like slides back and collides with one of the stones, and then he smiles at you.
Oh.
Oh,
Turns out he's
Yeah.
not you.
He's not goo on the outside. There is, the smile is bloody. This gentleman
Smiles
has
and some
taken
blood just like
I'm not having a good time, but I'm having a really good time. Then it is let's see, there are 3 kobolds remaining other than the green one. Margery, you haven't moved from out of the bushes yet, have you?
No, I
No.
did like one of those.
Okay, then I think that the remaining kobolds, I mean, for fairness' sake, we're gonna see if they spotted Sparkleoneous. One of them definitely didn't. Sparkleoneous, you have advantage and are fairly transparent, correct?
Oh yeah. I mean, I imagine the thinner I get, the less opaque I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him disadvantage on his check. And all right, the 2 kobolds remaining on the opposite side of the bank. One of them is gonna fire off a javelin at Tamagotchi, and the other is going to fire one at Thaddeus. I should not have used T's to mark both of them on my map. And then the one in melee range is gonna also attack Tamagotchi. Thaddeus, a 19. Does it hit?
19 is my armor class. So,
All right. Take a D4 plus 2 damage as a javelin is thrown at your less protected back.
that is 6 points of damage.
Wow, everybody.
Yeah, I'm maxed out on javelin damage.
Yeah, I've taken a total of 12 so far from 2
Yeah.
hits.
Well, then you'll feel much better about this. The javelin thrower rolled a natural 2,
Good.
which I sort of imagine you can see ahead of time enough to like just dodge in a way that it looks really cool. Just sort of like flinch out of the way as the javelin just zings past. And then the one attacking you with his dagger, trying to just stab you, slip it between the ribs there. He rolled a critical failure, so you have an opportunity to do something. He's left himself wide open, coming in to try and stab you here.
Can I cast Thunderclap as a reaction? If he is hitting me, we can say he hits the belt on my chest and it hits like the right part and triggers Thunderclap.
Is Thunderclap a cantrip or
Yes,
first level spell? Yeah, go for it.
So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw as his
That's
dagger
fun.
connects with the belt.
How about a 10? Wait,
No.
the other way, an 8.
Also no. He's gonna take 3 damage just for hitting my belt.
Okay, cool. After taking that, he's going to try and run away then. He's going to try and run into the woods. Make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a dagger from my belt and attack him for 16 to hit.
Yep.
5
Yep.
points of damage.
I'm going to imagine that you threw that at him as he was trying to run away, and it catches him sort of in the back of the neck, and he goes "Rat!" and falls and sprawls half into a bush. And that's that on this guy. And then it is Margery's turn.
How many are left now? Is it
Tamagotchi's
just two?
turn? Because I think that was all in response to him sucking ass at his job.
Oh.
Yes, I keep overlooking Tamagotchi's turn because
That's
it's all intertwined with the kobold's turn. Sorry, Margery, you're on deck.
How close is the guy across the river to me? Like, if I come up to the edge of the river, is he within 15 feet of me?
No, he's 20 feet from you at the edge of the river.
Okay, I'm gonna return my dagger to my belt and pull out my crossbow from my belt and fire off a bolt of energy at him. 16 also to hit. 17 actually, because it's a +1.
Roll it.
The beautiful bean footage is going to read, 1d8. I like that. I like that weapon a lot. 5 + 1 is 6 piercing damage. +1, because it's a +1 crossbow, would be 7 piercing damage.
You nail him in the armpit as he's rearing back to like launch a javelin. Your bolt just right into his exposed armpit, and he topples backwards.
I would
And you lose track of him. Me too. My armpit's pretty weak as far as places to hit me.
I would like to. I want to peer behind this waterfall and see if if the cave is safe for me to hide in until my next turn, or if there are people coming down the cave and if I need to run into the bushes. You know what I mean?
You want to look behind this waterfall.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm closest to the waterfall right now. And I haven't used any movement yet.
Okay. So you want to stick your head back behind her?
Yeah, just see what's going on back there. See if it's a place I can hide right now.
Okie doke. Hell yeah.
What's back there? Is this a place
I'm trying to think how to mechanically
2 dragons.
All right, fine. Keep your secrets.
make a dexterity save.
4.
Oh no.
Okay. With a 4. Okay, we get a brief glimpse of what's back here. Cause, like Gibbs said, this is where the kobold's actual hideout is. So you poke your head back here, and it's full of kobolds. Shocking. And you and the kobolds all have a moment where you stand real still and you all look at each other. And then one of them, without looking away from you, just sort of pushes at something. And then from the ceiling of this cave, a log comes swinging down.
Oh, jeez.
And
It's gonna kill Tamagotchi
What a
for
wild
sure.
thing for him to do to another kobold. That's just another kobold.
I'm just another kobold. He has no
and he
idea.
said, "Fuck
I would
that
like to
guy,"
challenge that.
logging his ass.
I want to peek in and say, "Hey guys,
Brother,
we got
quick,
some
log him.
dudes out here. I'm gonna stay out here and entertain them."
It's a good point.
Okay.
Thank you for saving
all
my
right.
life. The
All
log would
right.
have killed me for sure.
It is a not nice trap for the first person entering
Thank you for
the
pointing
cave
that
after
out.
a fight.
I forgot I was a kobold too.
You've still got that bardic inspiration, right?
I do, but I would like to tack on the question is if he would push the button seeing a kobold peek behind.
I was just going to ask you to make a deception roll, like
Okay,
some sort
yes.
of
Yeah. Deception roll.
Can you speak kobold?
No.
I cannot
No.
speak Draconic, but
That's
I
how
will
we got
say,
in this mess in the first place.
yeah, that's
No.
how
Oh,
they got
yes,
curious in the
kobold.
first place.
Oh, right.
Deception is a 17. I don't think I'm gonna burn the bardic
Hmm.
inspiration because 17 feels high.
17's pretty good. 17's pretty good.
I think with that and noticing.
So then what do you do? What do you,
yeah,
like,
we say, guys, we have some, hold on. Guys,
Still doesn't
we
sound
got
like-
some intruders out here. Please come on and help us. They're giving us the runaround out here. I'm gonna stay out and help our buddies, but I need you to get out here. And then I'm gonna peek back out the waterfall and look at my allies and shake my head, and I'm gonna run to the bushes.
You're gonna go get reinforcements?
No, I'm just gonna go hide in the bushes.
Did you just tell the kobolds to come after it?
Yeah, he got the reinforcements for the bad guys ready.
They were
Yeah.
either gonna
Wait.
put a log on me or
Wait, you had the opportunity? Wait.
do what? Oh shit! I could have said something else.
You could have just like waved at him and pulled
Guys,
the back out.
this all
You just
tracks.
told them, hey, if people...
Tamagotchi's
I
bad with social
actually
situations.
Didn't think that I could say something else in that moment. That's a great point, but I will accept what I have said and move on.
The opportunity to say anything.
I was worried about dying, and I thought I was trying to trick them, and instead I tricked myself and you guys, I guess.
I think at this point it seems like Sparkleoneous and Tamagotchi have tricked Thaddeus and Margery.
Hey, I'm behind a tree and they don't know. They don't see me. And I think that you killed my brother.
Thaddeus looks around and is like,
wow.
Are you gonna warn us? Or are you gonna just like disappear into the bushes and...
He made a hand motion, it seemed like.
He shook his head.
Yep, he shook his head.
yeah, I mean, I'm not like
mean?
running away, but I am jumping into the bushes and trying to
Oh,
hide.
man.
As if to say, fuck this shit, I'm out. He shook his
Yeah,
head.
I made a
Oh.
mistake, real bad. Tamagotchi's really good at that, though. Curiosity
Gave us
killed the
the word
cat.
dead gesture.
Yeah.
Hey, you're dead. I'm behind a tree. They don't see me.
I'm undead.
How
Not yet.
many kobolds?
That's true.
do I
Why
see?
hasn't Scarf done anything yet?
Scarf is chilling.
Oh, I don't... Do you think I sick a ferret on my enemies? A ferret's not very threatening.
Undead.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose you're not like a druid or a ranger or something where you can like see through his eyes or something where he's
No, I
handy. He's
just
just a decorative.
How many
He's a
kobolds do I
friend.
see out there?
If we were fighting small,
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
then that would be different.
Maybe I guess I could have used him for that one little elf child that I roasted instead.
Be meaner to the elf children.
I didn't lose my pet
I would
like
say-
you lost yours.
Damn.
No,
I would say that
roasting
you see
a week
at least
later.
another 3 kobolds. Wow, 3 is the wrong number. At least another 10 kobolds.
Can we go back to 3?
Inside of the cave. Most of them look like the fairly weak rubes that you guys put to sleep, and then I forgot about as far as like making you guys roll not to wake them up.
Yeah.
We can still get to that.
We're doing great. Oh,
I'm glad
I
you
think we
forgot
are.
about that during the thunderclap as well. So I'm grateful.
Thunderclap.
Yeah,
Tasha's
that was-
Brew.
Oh boy, I really should have thought of that. Thunderclap would have woken them all up.
we're doing great. We are doing
I'm gonna have some
great.
words for myself on the re-listen to this.
I actually don't think they would wake them up. You have to take an action to shake them awake. Is what
Like
it
a
says
bold,
on the
that's
spell
a
slot.
bold proposition.
Or if they take damage, though. I might agree
Uh-huh.
Thunderclap might not, but Tasha Caustic Brew, whoever it covered on the way to the green guy, would have at least woken up when their skin sizzled off their body next turn.
I think after that is Margery. Margery, it is your turn. Tamagotchi had to look behind the waterfall and then hid in a bush.
After
And then
giving you
do
the
a bunch of
bad
other-
signal.
And then do a bunch of other kobolds come out, because if it starts, lizards start escaping the waterfall, Marjorie's good with
no.
staying behind the tree.
No is the answer. No kobolds come out from behind the waterfall.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's as if Tamagotchi made up all of the danger. There's no danger behind that waterfall. You made it all up. Definitely nothing back there. You should go back there and have a look.
No.
You the not kobold should
Gabe's,
definitely
like,
have a
waiting
look
to
back
press
there.
The button. Finger on the.
I've already seen the secrets of the waterfall.
But have you seen all of them?
The button
Fine.
made
You've
you.
only seen like 2 things back there. There's kobolds and a log.
That makes
There
it
could be
basically-
treasure.
How many are still alive?
It looks like 3, right?
11.
Oh,
11?
that's- yeah, not
alive.
counting the
Okay,
sleeping.
how many are
3 are awake and 8 are asleep.
Correct.
Then
11 was a smart thing to remind yourself.
Yeah.
okay, so no one's really in. Is there anyone like creeping up or trying to get to Thaddeus? Because Tamagotchi's in a bush and
Well, Thaddeus
Sparkleoneous.
is up with the green goblin in the
He's still alive?
stones.
Yeah, they're duking it out.
Then
I'm trying to-
not, that seems
Trying to
like
do
a,
something about that.
a boy thing, a masculine thing that's going on. So I'm not gonna go anywhere near that. I will just kill one of the kobolds that is closest to me. I will try again to use Toll of the Dead. So I want to do one of these quick little like poke.
Wisdom save on this one kobold here. That's a crit, so no.
Bean. I'm just.
Did someone else fart? Second fart I smell.
I killed the one on the other side with my crossbow. So there is
You
only
did.
2
You
left.
did. Give me a moment. Yep.
I actually meant a different one.
Yeah, you meant the other one.
And the other one smells the fart.
The green kobold is now back, and he's going to try and jab at you, Thaddeus, with his spear.
All right.
It's a 17. Wait, what are we doing? Plus 4 is a dirty 20 and a 23.
I like the 17 better. Both of
I'm
those.
sorry about
Me
that.
too. Me too.
Maybe I should have tried to kill the green one.
The green one's on some stuff. Thaddeus, make an insight or an arcana check.
All right.
In fact, anyone can make either of those checks. I would say arcana rather than insight.
Natural 20
anyone.
Arcana.
Wow.
That's a 12.
I got a 15.
I'm gonna pass. I'm a river.
I don't believe it, but I've probably seen this before.
Thaddeus, this guy's real hard. This guy, he's got the moves, man.
Wow.
This guy is rock
Thanks.
hard right now.
That's a little disturbing.
Gabe!
Mr. Green Kobold, I can't help but notice how hard your body is.
You know, I am not the one who's putting all this stank on that word. Just sort of a by the by. For the, for the discerning listener out there, just remember who's putting the stank on these words.
It's true, and he's the one that always says that his character doesn't think with his bean.
Okay, with a 15, Margery, you can tell that this kobold wants to stay inside of this circle of rocks.
Mm.
With a 20, did you say dirty 20?
No, I did not.
Wow, with a clean 20, these rocks have some sort of power, Tamagotchi. There is power in these rocks, and they are giving power to this kobold who is standing inside of them. Some sort of power from nature, maybe? Tough to say. The rocks. The power is coming from the rocks in the circle of them.
Does Thaddeus feel that power at all?
Thaddeus feels the very difficultness of fighting this guy. And actually, yes, Thaddeus does feel the power. Any attacks that Thaddeus makes inside of this circle of rocks get a +1 to the attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Not that Thaddeus would know the source of the power, except that maybe he's feeling extra good. Yeah, just as good as this kobold feels when he delivers 2d6 plus 4 damage to Thaddeus.
Holy crap.
Beans. Gotta kill this
That
green guy, y'all.
is 7 plus 4 is 11. I am in trouble. I am in single digits.
But you do take you definitely see like some surprise in this kobold that you remain standing after taking 2 of his stabs. And then after him is Sparkleoneous.
Out from the edge of the creek. Up from the creek bed comes one appendage, and it points a finger at the green kobold. And then you see another lump appear over the edge, and you see 2 pebble eyes. And below those pebble eyes, a mouth forms, and Sparkleoneous speaks, and he says, "Oi, green kobold, what are you doing up there? Why you laughing, huh? From down here, you're looking pretty small." And he casts Vicious Mockery to the kobold. So go ahead and give me a Wisdom saving throw.
How's a 5?
Bad for you. Haha! Take 3 psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
That's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And then the appendage and head sink back down into the riverbed.
All right. Then it is Thaddeus's turn.
All right, I'm going to change tactics and charge at this guy and see if I can grab him and knock him out of the stone rings.
Sumo stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe a strength contest, or what is your, like, are you trying to attack him and like
Yes.
tackle him, or are you trying to like...
Yeah, I'm just trying to charge him, grab him, and with body weight momentum, get him outside of the stone.
All right.
Huck him, throw him off the stones.
We'll call it a strength contest then, because I think you are just
All right.
like bear hugging this guy and walking him right out of the
Yes,
of the rocks.
that is a 13.
That's a 5.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah.
out of the rock you go.
All of a sudden it dawns on Thaddeus, hey, I'm a lot bigger than this lizard. And you just run right at him, and he tries to jab at you with his spear, and you bat it aside, and you get right up close to him, and that arm that batted the spear aside just wraps around him, and you've got him all trussed up, his arms pinned to his sides under your arm like an angry reptilian handbag, and you march him out of the stones, and you have him pinned to your side for this turn, at least until he gets
Right.
another shot at getting out of that. That seems like a good action. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's probably all I've got. If I had more, I would do more to him, but that's a complete package for this turn.
The final kobold, seeing this guy under wraps, he's gonna make a run for the waterfall. He's gonna sprint for the waterfall and disappear beneath it.
Do any of us get a chance to try and stop him?
No, none of you are close enough.
Yeah, beans.
How far is that distance? Because if I was 20 feet away from him on the other side of the river, the kobold that's left has to be more than 20 feet away, right? Like, he's got to be a distance away. That's a lot farther than me across the river.
That's true, but I was saying he's gonna take the dash action.
And
So
then he gets
for the
hit by a
moment,
log, or
His friends will be trigger happy, yeah.
you should have said, "Whatever you
I
guys
learned my-
do, activate the trap upon the next person entering this cave."
I'm real, but the next kobold is an imposter.
Won't be.
Okay, so
Yeah, but
you've
you
got,
know I would have forgotten that and died when I entered the cave next time.
Okay, so you've got this guy, and all the other kobolds are either dead or asleep. So he's definitely got a thing that he's gonna try and do on his initiative count. Do you guys have anything else that you guys want to do?
On mine,
Does everyone want to just take shots at him while Thaddeus
hold
has
down,
him?
Thaddeus, just like beat him. I am gonna heal myself. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself and heal myself right up.
Nice.
If I try and cast something, is there a risk of hurting Thaddeus if I'm...
Depends.
Depends what you cast, but probably not.
Or, well, do we want to keep him alive, or are we trying to kill this lizard? Do you want...
I want him dead, but
Yes,
you know what
I imagine
you
so.
do to him is up to you.
Oh. Then I will, I guess 3 times the charm. I'm gonna kill something with Toll instead. I don't know how wise this lizard is, but who knows? The past 2 have been wise enough. So
Well, he's not very strong, I can tell you that.
it's true. Maybe I need to build something though.
Build a relationship with this kobold.
Gabe said it didn't count.
You're building
Oh, right, that's
tension
mine.
before you
Building
act, and
bridges
tension has
between-
weight.
Yeah.
Tell that to God. God said no.
We are building animosity.
It is true. Although I don't think I have been. All I've been doing is making purple farts appear around my enemy.
Yeah, I guess
you're
I stroll
talking
back
to
out
a
of the
fish.
bush now that the danger's gone. With
Are you
a little bit
flirting
more
with the fish?
No. No, Sparkleoneous on his turn is gonna get out of the water and start tying up the sleeping kobolds.
Yes, I will aid that.
How's a 12? He rolled a 12 on
No,
his save against your
mine's
thing.
I got 13. Finally, success. Kill him after everything's already over.
Oh, and he takes
So I
more
think that's
damage
a
'cause he's in.
D12 of damage.
That is a 5. I don't know if it's plus anything.
Nope. He takes it and he doesn't like it, but it is not enough to kill him or knock him out.
Well, then I can't
Sure.
start tying people up. I'm gonna have to do something about that.
You just hit him with a rock.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, he's gonna try and go first.
Yep, he's after my initiative order.
Then it's the green kobold's turn, and he's going to make a performance check to try and wake up anybody.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
And that's a crit. That's a nat 20.
Well, I'm staying in the river.
Who wants to roll a d8? I think we're going to say, Lawrence, you put them to sleep. Roll me a d8. How many of them wake up?
You got it, boss. Uh-oh.
Every
no.
single one of them.
6 of them wake up.
6 of them wake up. All right. And they wake up to sort of a scene of mixed carnage. And we're going to make like a group wisdom save for them, which they got a 10. So the 2 nearest the waterfall are also going to hightail it, which leaves the 4 kobolds nearest Thaddeus as up and about. That's the bad news. The good news is that they're fairly squishy. You guys already have the leader trussed up. Now it's Sparkleoneous' turn.
Sparkleoneous rises from the creek. He stands at full height, and he says, "Well, this was far too soon. Why don't you take another couple winks, everyone?"
Oh no.
Plays his song of slumber. Do 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 do. Blah.
As far as the math goes, if you roll higher than 20, they all pass out.
Okay, I'm gonna stop rolling. They're all asleep.
All right.
The guy in your arms too, Thaddeus. He's asleep. Cradle him.
No, you better roll more than
Okay.
how
well,
much more you got.
I still had 4 more d8 left to roll, so
If you roll higher than what has he got left? You roll if you
is he
roll a
13 more?
unfortunately I think he's 16 more.
Hold on, let me do the math again. No, everyone but him's asleep.
You get everybody but him, but he's still under Thaddeus' arm here.
Yep, and he does have disadvantage on his next attack still because he's being laughed at in his brain.
He really is not a bad look for him having, you know, he did manage to get a bunch of guys up and now they're all asleep again. We haven't accomplished a whole lot, which I think brings it back around to Thaddeus. Or we can be
suplex
out of
this
the
dude,
initiative
just like over the back.
Oh yeah.
I was also just thinking, hold him in the one arm, and I have the hammer in the other, and just whack him in the head till he falls asleep.
Talk about toning the dead.
Slumber!
Song of slumber.
Shall name my hammer NyQuil.
What's the play then?
Are you about to you've got a drum under your shoulder and just beat on it with your hammer here?
Yeah, I want him at least unconscious, if not done for.
Would you be able to quick check the restrained condition, if that imposes advantage on attack rolls? Because I know that there's one where it's advantage and then it's one where it's like auto crit.
Restrained creature speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Then a one-handed hammer roll with advantage.
That's going to be a not natural 20,
Well,
and that is 9 points of damage.
Bong.
Is he
Sizable.
blue?
he's not goo. Unfortunately, he is 7 hit points away from goo. I don't feel
Okay.
bad giving you those numbers because I already gave you his hit points for
That
Lawrence's
is a
spell.
sturdy kobold.
It turns out that when you give them a shield, you give them like hella social standing, which you know, social standing keeps you from falling down in a fight. Everyone knows this.
Yes. All you
Yeah,
need
I
is
mean-
a shield.
Don't make that face at me, Grace.
Like the moment you name a creature, they get a lot stronger
Right?
because they have a name.
Social standing.
Yeah.
That's identity.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
anime
Sense of self
equates
equals
the
power.
two. Yeah.
All right
Me?
then. Well, I'm gonna get to tying up these
Or
folks.
kobolds.
Anybody else want to deal with the green guy? Sort of punching bag. Sort of seems rude for me to do that. I'm not really one for that sort of activity.
In the initiative order, it is Tamagotchi next.
I'm gonna ready an action from the edge of the bushes that if a kobold peeks its head out of the waterfall, I'm gonna lightning lure it to pull it just clean out of the waterfall.
Okay. On Marjorie's turn, Marjorie, where do you keep Scarf?
Why do you ask?
Because I'm God. I can ask whatever I want.
I think during combat, he lives in like a little pouch on my belt. Like he hangs out in there when shit's going down.
You notice, Marjorie, that the top half of Scarf has flopped out of his pouch, and you meet his eyes, and you hear the voice of what is his name? What did we name him?
Zogmoth?
Zogmoth. The mentor, not the deity. You hear the voice of Zogmoth. You say, "Child, that one has a soul full of vitality. Offer it to our Lord. Slit his throat."
And remember, this is
this-
your ferret just sort of lolling out of your bag telling you to slit someone's throat.
It sure is. It sure is. You make quick eye contact with the ferret and you get this message. It is your turn.
Is there any kind of roll I can do to see if this is like actually Zogmoth or if this
Religion.
is like?
Religion or insight?
I think my insight's +5, so I'm gonna do insight.
Yeah, do insight. Your insight is goaded.
Okay, I got a 14, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So 14 +5.
Oh shit. Yeah. This is legit. It legit sounds like Zogmoth.
All right. Well, I mean, shoot.
I got
Do I
some
have a
throats to
stab?
slit.
Do I have a stabby in my? I think
Yep.
I have a dagger.
You've got a dagger. You've got a knife. Cleric.
Hard
I
to
see
keep
a
it up.
mace, small knife,
Small knife.
Small
Zogmoth's
knife.
pinky finger.
I do have Zogmoth's pinky finger. Then
Give
yeah,
that a
I
try.
will. Do I roll? What do I roll for throat?
I'm not
slit?
even gonna make you. If you decide to follow through with this, you don't even have to make a roll.
I
Restrained.
follow my lord commands. I'm gonna kill this lizard.
All right,
Thaddeus
you
is
just
coming
you
up to
you
him.
draw your knife and you march right out from the bushes. And before Thaddeus even has a moment to react to this, you slit the kobold's throat and just empty the lifeblood of him all over Thaddeus's boots.
Which is funny because I've tried to kill him twice now with a spell, when I could just cut his throat the whole time.
It does help when they're helpless like that, you know.
I'm sorry about your boots.
Margery, you've made a real mess of the place.
I got lost in the sauce. Sorry.
Not
Thank
like
you.
any marinara I've had.
I say from the bushes.
Margery, take a point of inspiration.
Hell yeah. Can I go through his pocket? Does he have
Oh,
a satchel or a purse or something?
he does have a shield. He's also got a spear.
Will his
I'm
shield
gonna-
also?
I'm gonna
bring
stop
me
holding
inside?
him now if he's bleeding out. I think I can put him down now.
That makes sense.
Me as the player feels a little bit bad for just ruthlessly killing this little lizard because I love lizards, but you know.
Alas, you wrote down the word evil on your character
did.
sheet.
That's why I did it.
Mhm,
whole
mhm.
campaign
That's
is
why I
about
encouraged you to do it.
versus the
Um,
character.
You know, and
It's
I'm gonna
true, because-
I'm gonna keep encouraging you to do it because it seems like you're not gonna do it by yourself.
Well, yeah, because you know what, Gabe, I'm not evil.
But Margery is.
But Margery is.
I gotta get into my evil mindset before
Mhm.
I'm not a good
Before I-
boy, but Sparkleoneous is.
Before I log on, I
I'm
guess
evil.
Okay, but anyways, going through his pocket nets you 4 gold. Actually, dude
Damn.
was loaded.
I'm also
That's
gonna write
richer
that
than
down.
Barson.
Put that in my pocket later. Just add that to the legend keep.
No, you should share that to the guy
should
who
definitely-
killed him while you killed him.
Yeah, just for context, it's like you found $400 in the pocket of the dude you
Oh.
mugged.
Okay, then yeah, sure. Wait, here I have a question. Do Tamagotchi and Sparkleoneous see me find this money, or is this just a moment where Thaddeus and I are facing each other? I find the money and I can
Okay.
just slip him.
Let's play that out. Let's play that out.
Tamagotchi's
I'm going
focused
to
on
lie
the.
to you, Margery. I haven't stopped looking at you since you bloodied the floor. I wasn't expecting that, and it did take me out of the whole tying task. I don't have thumbs. It's kind of hard.
So it sounds like
it.
sounds like Tamagotchi wasn't paying attention, but Sparkleoneous was. You can make a sleight of hand versus Sparkleoneous' perception check if you would like to try and not be noticed. Thaddeus sees you.
Thaddeus isn't evil though, right? What is his alignment?
No.
No one else is evil.
He's the polar opposite of evil.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then fine. Yeah,
Thaddeus
then
and Sparkleoneous are both lawful good. Tamagotchi, I'm not sure.
if
It's
I've been
morally
caught,
ambiguous.
if I've been caught with this ill goody two shoes, then I will take the 4 coins. I'll put 1 in my satchel with scarf, and then I will pass them around. When I get Sparkleoneous, I stand there because I'm not sure if I put it in his hand or if I
Just throw it at him.
throw it in
Sparkleoneous
him.
says, "Is this a bribe?"
Peg him with it.
Ew.
No.
That's not what I meant.
See, that seemed a little excessive.
It's my birthday, Gabe. Stop making weird.
Yeah, all of them have been on
Get
you.
the one.
Okay, I guess it does. If Sparkleoneous isn't gonna put his hand out, I'm just gonna wordlessly put the money like in his shoulder area, and
Sparkleoneous.
like a vending machine.
The pebble
Pebbles.
eyeballs. You see them like sort of look at the shoulder coin. The shoulder coin gets sucked in, and then the pebbles look back at you, and then he goes back to tying up the kobolds. He says nothing.
I do like that that's all. You can't blink or close, like you can't close your pebbles, so it's all in the orientation of them that they just sort of adjust to look at the thing and then back to look at you.
And there's no emotion
fun.
in pebbles. They're just pebbles.
I mean, and also that's not how I look. It's all for your benefit.
Ew, how do you
Yeah.
look?
I can just see
He's got like tremor
okay.
sense or something, right?
something like that. Kind of like echolocation.
I don't even remember
So
if
it's your
I'm evil. I
birthday
was
and
looking
you
up
committed your first murder. So nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Although I guess
Cold-blooded.
I did cold-blooded murder on my birthday.
First
But I am
atrocity.
evil.
It's all right. God told you to. I don't believe in God, but you know, whatever.
My frontal lobe is fully formed, and so now I choose to murder. I guess I don't know.
Are we? Is it canon? Is Margery and Grace? Do they have the same birthday?
Oh.
Is it Margery's birthday today? Just so that we're clear. Welcome to what? Quarter century?
I don't know. I'm in my 30s.
Quarter life?
I think.
Quarter life crisis? Way to go.
Yeah, and to celebrate murder. Although I'm evil, so I guess that doesn't really bother me.
Quarter life crisis with an atrocity.
I mean, I don't know. Murder sounds pretty quarter life crisis to me.
Yeah.
You gotta celebrate somehow, I guess. So then I'll go over to Tamagotchi where he's in the bushes, and I will offer up a little bit of a slightly bloody coin to him.
Perfect. Why are you covered in blood?
I killed the guy. You know, this is from him if you want it.
I killed quite a few out there, but I'm not nary a drop. Nary
I
a
was
drop.
a little more. I was a little more hands-on in my in the way that I did it. But do you want this? If not, I'm going
yes,
to
yes, I
put
appreciate
it.
it.
Okay.
Gold will go quite a long way.
It helps me build a better naval laser.
Not that.
When it was the clap, how does that come out of your navel? Like, is it just a sound wave?
Yes, it is
Did
just
you
a sound
say
wave.
thunderclap when you're referring to his navel and not just a clap?
Oh no, I did it too.
How does the clap come out? I don't know.
How does the clap come out of your belt is a great pull quote.
I
don't
forgot
know,
that.
man.
I forgot that it was thunderclap. I just remembered clap.
It's better.
Yeah, no, it's just a release of a sound wave, like a big pop. It sounds vaguely thunderous, and it echoes kind of similarly.
Alright then, so I've got all these ones tied up. I assume there's more in there. Tamagotchi, did you see any more in there?
Yeah.
You shook your head no. Does that mean there's none in there?
No, it meant do not go in there. There's
Oh,
quite a few more. I only got my eyes on 10 of them, but it was a brief flash, and it seemed like they were itching to set off a trap, though I know not what it does. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure how to take this on. I did tell them to follow me out like an idiot, but they did not follow me out, which saved my life and all of ours, so.
I mean, you didn't have to tell us that, but good to know that you well under pressure.
I don't know how to keep anything close to the chest, so.
Isn't it canon that he doesn't wear a shirt anyways? So.
Yeah.
Literally an open book, no clothes.
Not
Well,
no
yikes.
clothes.
At least on top.
I'm fresh out of songs for now. I could maybe play a little ditty for someone if they needed a little bit of inspiration, but yeah, can't really do a whole lot now.
Our goal here is to take down the waterfall. We don't know if there's another exit, but if we at least like siege this front entrance while we rest up, then maybe we could go in akimbo. And we know for a fact, like if there's a watch, that no one will get in or out without raising
Some
alarm.
point, these ones are gonna wake up, but I do have them tied up, and they're all tied together. So,
Shall we gag them? Because we don't want them screaming and yelling when they wake up.
Yeah, like they're little gators. We can like just put little rope right around the middle.
We'll duct tape them around the mouth and they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. It's not the nostril part, just like
Yeah.
they have. In my
Snouts.
head, I'm picturing. I don't know. I've never looked up what a kobold is, but in my head, they're little bipedal crocodiles.
That's about right.
That's
That's close enough.
Are got little fingers
Yeah.
that can grab
That's
things.
pretty
So
close.
if the snout is long like that, then you can tie rope around the middle and they won't suffocate. Although I guess
Okay.
from evil, I don't care if they suffocate.
You're
There's
just going
not.
to slit all their throats anyway, eventually.
Dead men tell no tales.
Yeah, my
Then I would say Sparkleoneous, you no longer have rope in your inventory, and then one other person also
Already
should
gone.
give up their
give up my rope.
to tie their mouths shut as well. And from what I'm hearing, you guys want to short rest, long rest. You guys want to like camp out here in front of this waterfall so they don't get out.
That's exactly my
Either-
pitch. Yeah, is camp out.
Yeah, but we
right
should take
here.
we should take more of a partial cover camp and not just hang out right on the.
I can
Yeah,
also
sure.
try and heal Thaddeus because I think you're still.
Yeah.
If we're taking a rest, then we don't need to worry
I'm
about
at
it.
7 hit points.
Oh, rest.
Because we've got hit dice, and I've also got the Song of Rest, so everyone gets an extra D6 whenever we take a short rest.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm hearing short rest, but I'm also hearing long rest. So it sounds like
I mean, I need my spells
sort that out.
definitely, because that's most of my help for battle. I feel.
I
I mean, I can shoot
used
people,
no
but-
spell slots and I took no hits, so I'm fine with whatever.
Then you're on watch.
Actually, that's very fair. If you go
It's
on watch,
true.
we could all take a long rest, and then
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll watch over you.
yeah, I mean, wake us up if we need, but if not,
Don't wake us up with the knife.
Don't wake us up. Yeah, don't wake us up like that.
So don't worry, I'll watch over you. I say as I wash my knife in the river.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, you guys will be great. Yeah, no, fall asleep. It's fine.
You can trust me. We only
Ferret
just
also
met.
says, and all the other kobolds too. Sacrifice them also.
If Gabe has to like use my ferret to tell me to do evil deeds, I guess I'm not being very evil.
I mean, you're not being
You-
very evil, but
You haven't yet.
we haven't been. I don't know. It's hard to think about the opportunities to be evil when you're not an evil person.
But you are an evil person, so you got to start thinking about it.
I'm only partially evil, right?
Think evil thoughts.
Okay.
I think you're neutral
alignment
evil,
is you're
which
in,
means
you're
that you
out.
don't have any codes to follow as far as your evilness goes, but you don't not have. Like you're not just like a Firefly Reaver kind of evil.
Yeah.
That's like chaotic evil.
That is chaotic evil.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're neutral evil. I'm trying to think of a good lawful evil, like
give me
pop
that.
culture comparison. Emperor Zombie is pretty neutral evil.
Oh. Okay.
Because he's sort of a gather power for its own sake, is willing to do evil to get that done, smoked a person, but isn't like following some sort of code. I'm still trying to figure out neutral evil. Like in the game itself, there are like devils that like get you to sign contracts. They're like evil lawyers, and that's sort of a lawful evil kind of a vibe.
A devil friend, maybe. I don't know.
Did you just say that you have a devil friend?
I met the devil in Tennessee,
Thank you.
and he poured a drink for me.
I remember we talked about it, but maybe I'm imagining.
Said, devil, thank you, I'll take 3.
Yeah, so I can keep watch if we're taking a long rest. And I promise I won't sacrifice you to my lord.
Deal.
I like
Right.
Scarf does. Nope, Scarf doesn't have anything to say about that.
Scarf's like, kill him. Hey.
Hi, this is just me, Scarf talking. Kill him. Kill him.
Hey,
I know what you
it's
will
me,
do.
Scarf.
Build them all a coffin.
Their souls are stronger. The candles of their lives have so much wick left.
Is that actually what Scarf is saying?
No, I already said Scarf doesn't say anything about that. But Margery, as the only person whose actions have an effect in this moment, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Well, that's it. A 9 plus
3.
3. Okay. Well, not great.
12. I think with a 12 is better than average. I think with a 12, you stay up. You manage to stay up the whole night. I think you do see some kobold heads poke out from beneath the waterfall to sort of check the vibe, but you have a collection of rocks that you've gathered to yourself and you throw them at them. Fuck you, lizards. I have rocks. You stay inside your waterfall. We're camping out. So all of you who rest, get your rest bonuses, get your hit dice and such. It sounds to me like we are starting the next session with everyone braving underneath the waterfall. Do we have a plan for that? Do we want to go in with a plan? There's a trap. You know there's a trap.
To sleep.
But we don't know what it does.
We don't know what it does, but there is definitely a trap.
Definitely a trap.
There's definitely a trap. You saw a guy who was ready. He wanted to get you with that trap.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Thaddeus being logical and military by nature, what is the size of the opening you saw? How many of us can go through side by side? What are our capabilities of getting in there?
The opening, I think the entire waterfall is like fronts the opening, the whole back of the waterfall. So I would say 3 of you side by side could go in all at once.
So all 4 of us, because Sparkleoneous could become very thin.
It's true. Sparkleoneous, one of you could be carrying a pot full of Sparkleoneous.
Sparkleoneous stuff.
So, besides sleep, does anybody have any sort of spell that would disorient or stun or daze potential combatants?
It's a good question.
Well,
I don't
I've got
think that
sleep.
you do, Margery. I was actually
I've
looking at
got-
yours.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Margery does not.
I don't
I've got
think so
sleep, and
either.
I could vicious mockery one person, or I could understand languages.
If
Sort of
they're
the options
grouped
I've got
up,
on deck
I
right
could-
now.
If they're grouped up, I could coat a number of them in the acid, but it's not very wide. No, I don't have a particular large repertoire for dealing with 10 enemies behind a waterfall, but
Yeah, our AoE options at level 2 are pretty limited.
That belt of yours doesn't have any sort of explosives we can use?
Not at its current state.
I don't keep C4 in
We
my
had
belt.
designed it to
Bring it.
do a lot more, but
form.
at its current state, no, I would say it does not.
Well, then we're gonna have to give that some thought. The question is, do we somehow bait them to come out? It's not like we can throw fire through the waterfall and smoke them out because
Take one of the
the waterfall
spears.
negates
I mean,
that.
like,
And they
what if
probably
we
just
take
put
one of
the
the
fire out.
Yeah.
What if we could poke through it and make them think that we're coming? Because it seems that that guy's like an eager beaver. So if we can trick them into thinking we are coming through and we're not, and they hit the button early, maybe
We could tie the dead ones
avoid-
together and throw them through the waterfall first.
Hold
so
on,
that the
guys.
trap is triggered
Oh.
on their like.
I've got a much less gruesome idea.
That was a pretty horrible thought.
What if we
It's
go
a good
and
one
get,
though.
What if we go and get Gib?
That is
yeah.
a terrible thought.
We could just see if we could broker a peace, maybe. They stop banditing.
They're gonna
We
kill
don't have to
Gib.
fight anybody. They're not
Why-
gonna
why-
kill Gib. What's Gib done? Gib, they don't know.
I know. But what
It's just
stops
chilling.
Gabe from just going in there and joining them? Like, what stops Gabe from being like, okay,
Well,
bye, and
damn.
then he's with them?
One of these days we're going to have
The
to
fact
trust Gib.
that I
And I
offered
vote for
Gib,
trusting Gib.
yeah, I offered to arm Gib if he remained tied to the fence post we left him on. So I
that's
think he will have
true.
earned our trust if he is willing to
I
help.
don't like the idea of continuing
there.
to kill all of these people. I mean, you know, it seems like the main military force has been dealt with. You know, they sort of have just been cowering in the cave at this point, so...
We just tied them up. What's gonna stop them from doing it again as soon as we leave?
Brokering a peace. I mean, Gib has offered to change sides because
We've already
proved
done
that
it
we
once
could whip
with-
his ass.
One of us has already done it once with goblins. You know?
Guess
Maybe we
that's
could
true.
get
We've
them to set up a
killed-
kobold village.
Maybe half the party at this point, if not under, but a large portion of at least dealt with enough to start a conversation over.
All right. Well,
I think we should get him and ask him if he's willing to negotiate.
I think two of us should stay here, and two of us go and get Gib.
I think I should stay here. I think that you and Haribo should go because Gib likes y'all the most.
Alright.
Thaddeus has his little keeper.
That's true. Plus,
We
Thaddeus
need
is a
someone
better
nice
shield
and
for
tall
you,
to
I
keep
think, at
watching
this
over
time.
these other ones.
Yeah. All right. Me and Sparkleoneous will go pick up Gib, and we will attempt to broker some form of deal with the remaining kobolds. Thank you for joining us for episode 7 of this season of Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, A Wider World, DM'd by Gabe Stringer. Players are Lawrence Jennings as Sparkleoneous, Grace Stringer as Margery Ridgeback, Mike Harrison as Thaddeus Ofkoot, and myself, M. Williams, as Haribo Tamagotchi. Whatever you're doing out there, folks, it seems to be working. Steadily, more and more people joining in to listen to our shenanigans, so keep it up. If you want to have your name included in our story, make sure to tweet about the show using the hashtag DDaD. We have our first audience named character in the next episode or two. If you want a character named after you, then what are you waiting for? Get out there and tell some folks about us. We also make a bunch of stuff for your home games. Make sure to go check us out on Instagram at DDaDPOD or DDaDPod, or even on the Patreon, where members can access our entire catalog of items, or even our first season of the podcast, Delta Dawn, at patreon.com/DDaDpodcast. That's patreon.com/DDaDpodcast. Next episode will be up April 18th. We will see you then, everybody.
Hmm?
I built a corpse.
That doesn't count. Still. Good luck with that.
Built
I got
him
scar
from
tattoos.
living.
Scarring, that's a type of tattoo.
I appreciate the creativity being shown, but not quite. Not quite there.
So, Tamagotchi, you come here often?
I turned into a Sparkleoneous stuff person.
Oh no! Oh no!
What the fuck? Is that what I look like?
But yours doesn't have pebbles.
No, nor can I eat pebbles, I think, too.
No, you can't put anything inside of Haribo's version, nor is Haribo's version really super transparent.
No, it just looks transparent and translucent, but if you like move around it, it's like it kind of stays stationary, you know?
Oh, I don't like the idea of that at all.
I'm glad we
Well,
missed that. They're
well, that
doing
might
that as
happen.
they're off.
We'll never know what happens because it happens in the liminal space between sessions.